Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Orville, episode 6. What you think?
This was a good one.
Yeah.
I think Orville's back on track.
We'll see.
It's better.
Yeah. Had some unanswered questions at the end, but we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
The door or the floor, Chris? The door or the floor? I like that line.
Yeah.
This episode starts out, they're playing with time travel.
Mm-hmm.
They just somehow have that on the ship. And
I think, this is the banana ray from like episode 1, I think is what this is.
Well, we need not fear it.
Yes.
Now it's a sandwich transporter.
Mm-hmm. And I am so ready for that sandwich to just appear in the season finale.
Yeah.
That has to be what they're going for.
I would assume.
I don't know if it's going to be relevant. Like, is the sandwich going to save the day, or is Gordon just going to be like, and eat the sandwich?
I think power should be out, and then it should materialize.
Yeah.
And then it's be like, I haven't been able to eat for like 3 days. Do I tell anybody? No, I just eat it. They call the admiral, be like, so it works.
We have invented time travel.
The admiral's like, well, that's dangerous. We should probably give you an escort, and you can take it to somewhere that it will be safe. It was not going to be safe there, Chris.
No, I am genuinely really confused as to how the Kalon learned about this and got there even before the Orville did. Like,
never got explained.
No, that never got explained, and that was so immediate. I'm wondering if the sandwich they sent to the future like fucked that up somehow. I don't know. But that might also just be just a plot point. Just let's get the show started kind of thing.
Well, we saw the Admiral's ship take a lot of a beating. It looked like it got destroyed pretty much, but we didn't see the Admiral get killed.
Tractor beam has locked on.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, I want to know if Kelly Hugh's alive, because we never found that out at the end.
I don't think... Have we killed any admirals, really, in Orville?
Yeah,
like recurring
episode 2.
admirals.
Episode 2 admiral.
Recurring admirals.
It's hard to recur when you die.
Aye.
Hey, he'll come back.
Yeah?
Because he never really died, he just transformed.
Yeah, actually... I do expect them. They keep setting things up in this season that I'm expecting to come back.
No, they'd have to go back into chaotic space or wherever the hell they went.
Yeah. No, chaotic space is where you're boxing with Chakotay.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was a tough fight and still a little concussed from it, so I don't know.
Okay.
They're the ones who scheduled the fight. They're promoting it. They're putting up the purse.
His sensory cortex is hyperactive. He's still hallucinating.
It's not an hallucination, not a vision quest. It's a prize fight.
Battle goes on. They're like, hey, let's do shit to stop them from tractor beaming us, and then they send Gordon back into the past. But they don't know that until they get a communicate from him. And he's like, save me, guys.
Yeah.
I'm 400 years into the past.
I have to eat animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. They actually went really hard on that. And that's something that's been, that was like alluded to in TNG, where it'd be like, whoa, this is actually an animal thing. Nobody does that. And, Riker was weird for making real eggs, and O'Brien's mom was weird for making real meat.
Worf was never weird for hunting boar.
Yeah, well, that was a Worf thing. I don't remember if we've brought up the veganism in Orville before.
Well, I mean, is everything made from shit?
I assume. Yeah, I assume. That would track.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think even when they went for dinner with Gordon and his wife, it was just like pasta and veggies. I think you can assume they were vegan there as well.
Yeah, Kelly thanked them for the meal. It didn't look like she touched it.
But yeah, it really stood out what they chose to do with Gordon there, and how like it fucked him up that he had to kill animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see. Go down, see him in the cabin, and be like, all these dead animals hanging from his thing.
Yeah. I feel like I really wanted to see feral Cap and Gordon.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see that.
Here, wait, before you go, get in this. Okay, everybody, big smiles, okay? Big smiles. Here we go.
Glossed over the party in the beginning where he's showing the cell phone to Charlie and he's singing his song that he sang in that Laura episode with the holodeck addiction. And then, so when he got traveled back in time, because it was freshly in his mind, that's where he went.
Sure.
Yeah, alright, I'll accept it.
That's how it works in this show. Like, they're at least keeping it consistent, so alright.
And he's like, hey, so I was obsessed with you in the future and traveled back in time to knock you up.
And that works on chicks, apparently.
Yeah. Well, they had their little dinner talk when Ed and Kelly finally showed up because they traveled back in time again to go save Gordon, but 10 years late. And it's like the second time they've had that dinner talk.
Yeah.
Much more awkward on the holodeck though, I think. But they were super awkward. I really kind of didn't like Kelly and Ed in this episode at all.
They were definitely playing the villains, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, temporal law.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you get to come down too hard on this, because this is exactly what we were yelling, what we were upset with Picard for not doing, and Rios for not doing.
Well, in the end of this, I'm just like, why isn't he just bringing like the wife and the kid to the future? Because then they're no longer changing things there, like what Rios should have done. But no, they didn't do it, and then they fucked everything up by making everything miraculously perfect. You know, because like if you go back to Star Trek canon, it's just like, hey, yeah, we worked together and we fixed the planet. No, it's just a kid. It's just a kid.
But goddamn, that is the Star Trek style time travel, where we go back in time, we say, don't fuck anything up, and everything we ruin just happens to be the past already. That is always how it works.
I've got a raw deal, I really do. But I want to hear a goddamn good explanation for what's happening, because the way I see it, we ought to haul your ass back to the ship right now and throw you in the brig.
Shut up! I'm just saying, if I'm Ed and you're Gordon and I'm going back there, I'm at least gonna be your bro. I'm not gonna be like, temporal law, fuck this, I'm gonna kill your family and all this stuff. Like, no, like, you're my bro, man, let's just keep it low key.
Yeah. Whatever. I also think it was pretty dumb of Gordon to just dump that on them, be like, gonna drive you home. By the way, here's my wife and kid. It's like, no prep.
They were already weird.
Absolutely
they were already weird on him when they showed up at the airbase, and it's just like, so you got a job? Oh, dude, temporal law.
Law.
And then, like, you know,
Judge Ed.
I don't know how much ahead we're jumping here, but when Tala shows up, and it's just like, well, she shows up, and I'm just like thinking, like, why is she?
She's the muscle.
She's gonna drag him back.
Yeah, kicking
like, they
and
couldn't
screaming.
just stun him.
Yeah.
They could be in a phaser fight here.
I mean, she's there for security. She's security. She's there for security.
Yeah, I don't know. They should have brought somebody back that would have convinced them, like Lamar or somebody, or like a buddy or something like that. But no, her being there, I was just like, well, I like Tella. I'd probably be convinced by her, but he wouldn't be. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go. We all will.
I'm sorry, Gordon. No.
I'm not leaving here without my family.
Lamar's doing ship repairs, and then Tala, like, makes out with him.
Yeah, okay, so they were doing... A lot of the stuff I'm finding in Orville at this point is fairly predictable, but it's being executed well. And so they were doing that joke where he gets a massage and it sounds like they're having sex, and the people down there are just looking up at him like, it's the joke. And then it cut to them actually making out. I'm like, okay, that was actually different. That was, like, I didn't expect that. That was funny.
I felt that was insensitive, as Ensign Turco is down there. Whether she's Lieutenant Turco now, I don't remember. But it's your ex-girlfriend, bro.
I think like half the chicks on the ship are Lamar's ex-girlfriends.
Whew.
Better?
He's gonna pull an Amazon and just run out of people eventually.
That's what the holodeck's for, Chris. That's what the holodeck's for.
You always end back up on the holodeck.
Well, that's where I started, and why go anywhere else, really? But hey, Chris, I should really bring up that I love seeing future people that are played by current actors now travel back in time and dress as current actors now.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot. Like Charlie.
They always look great. They always look great. It's the jackets.
Yeah, the jean jacket.
Whenever you travel back in time to current year, you were always wearing a jacket, and the jackets just look sharp.
Yeah.
Like, go back to every time travel episode, and that's how they do it.
Yeah, we get the odd pairing of her and Isaac. He's got his little hologram on, so the actor actually gets to play without the suit.
Mm-hmm.
They go to a bar,
Mm-hmm.
and she offers herself sexually if Isaac cannot win an arm wrestle. I'm just thinking,
I guess.
What if Isaac's just like, my servos don't actually work well this way? It's like, looks like you were...
I imagine she would have cleared it with him first, but
she
there's zero risk here.
Yeah.
She is operating with zero risk.
Be like, my time travel affects my arm. And loses it, be like, oh shit.
Run away.
Yeah.
Just steal the bikes.
Yeah, I got some Terminator 2 vibes there. It's like, give me your clothes, your boots.
Yeah,
your bike.
tell me about your hobbies.
Yeah, that was good. He just he was doing the data thing where he's just like, I must learn how to chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they I don't know, they slightly repaired their relationship a little bit. I mean, they were
like this.
They
is
were
kind
a couple
of the,
for a little bit.
This is kind of the foundation that they might use to pair their relationship, because we got some more information out of Charlie, and she has to work through her feelings with regard to Isaac.
Yeah, he was trying to thank her for saving his life, and then she's just like, I'm into girls.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, I'll adjust my hologram program.
Yeah, there you go.
Checks himself as a girl. Done. Why is this not working?
Silly biologicals.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Is it a bet?
Well, what do we get if you lose?
If I lose, you choose.
They're looking at real estate or whatever, and they go in the basement because that's where they gotta dig.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it odd when they repaired the floor. It was the same pattern. It's like you
what's the point of repairing it if it's not gonna be?
Well, you could repair a hole with future tech, but like repair the hole with the same tiles?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good tech.
How do we know this guy's not the one that invents it?
So what do you say? Is it home?
We just broke up.
After much argument with Gordon, they're just like, hey, yeah, we're taking you. And then they're just like, okay, fine, we'll just go in the past and take you.
Which was actually, God, that whole scene was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Like, Gordon is so powerless here, and he's about to lose everything, like his life and his family, and it's just going to be gone. Or is it? Like, you don't even know. He just has to sit there and wait.
When they showed him get launched into the past, there was like 6 Gordons flying through the air, and then you also know, like, the way they kept explaining it was, oh, it branches off from here and it branches off from here, so like that reality could still exist.
I would like to believe that Gordon did, that reality got to continue.
But we never saw it, so I assume it's dead.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just choosing to believe that.
They have a talk at the end where they're drinking, and Gordon's all just like, well, it's pretty awkward for you guys. Oh, no, you did the right thing. I was like, he did a non-bro move for you, Marty.
I mean, no, for Gordon in that position, I feel like he'd probably say that.
No, he's still
crazy. He hasn't lived that life yet.
He's still crazy from eating the flesh of animals.
That's true. Would you guys like
Can't trust anything.
Would you like some squirrel jerky?
I hope next episode, like, somebody interrupts him and he's like, eating animals out of the replicator or something like that. I'd be like, it's an addiction, I must do it. Maybe he turns into a Wendigo or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end we don't get to see Kelly Hugh. We don't really hear what they do with the time travel. So I'm just like, not my favorite conclusion, because I'm just like, well, the whole thing of this episode was what you're gonna do with the time travel, but it was more just about Gordon
and
his song and his theme playing.
Yeah, and when they broke it, like, it's not even like they broke it in a way. It's like, oh, guess we don't have to worry about that technology anymore. It's like they can fix it in 6 months or less.
Yeah.
Especially now that they're back in the future with the guy that made it.
I thought that was risky of like, hey, yeah, we could spend 6 months fixing it, or we could take this risky time jump and then just go in the warp. But if the spec hits us, we're fucked. But
yeah.
And so like, why wouldn't you just spend 6 months? Like, there's no threats in the past there.
But then they couldn't have wrapped the episode up immediately.
Yeah, they could have just spent 6 months later. Boom, we're there.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have done that. I appreciated the red shift when they were warping there.
And green.
And green. I don't know why the show made them go to a star and back, because they were traveling at less than light speed, because you have to be traveling at less than light speed with the shields down. And it's like hundreds or thousands of light years to the nearest star. So like, where were they going? They were doing such a good job with their science and the relativity and the red shift. They didn't need to do that. They could have just gone in any direction for 5 minutes, and they didn't need to introduce the star into it.
You think that they can't travel at light speed or warp with shields?
With the whatever quantum shield down.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what was. Yeah, so they had to be at less than light speed, because the quantum shield or whatever was what was letting them violate that particular law of physics.
No, I was just playing the part of Ed there where Lamar would explain intelligence stuff and be like, yeah, sure, that sounds great.
Let's do whatever.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just like the old days.
On the old days, we would have finished off that bottle and drained 2 more.
Yeah, well, we were younger.
You're right. Let's try for 3.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts? Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good episode. You know, we did get some decent laughs around, especially with Isaac there. I think they're doing a better job with the storytelling and the interesting sci-fi bits. And yes, there were some holes here that kind of feel like they're going to be getting explained.
No, you've been doing that for every show.
Yeah,
now,
I have
where it's
been.
just like, oh, this is going to get picked up. No, it's done.
It hasn't been at this point, yeah. I'm still expecting those aliens to come back from episode 2 there, and maybe they just, like, that could have been the whole season. And it just wasn't.
Captain, we're being hailed by the California. It's Admiral Ozawa.
Put her on. Go ahead, Admiral.
Captain, we've been hailing the station for the past 5 minutes. There's no response.
Enjoying this a lot more than I was at the start of the season. Very excited to see where the sandwich comes back, because the sandwich will come back. I will hang my hat on this.
Yeah.
So remember that for me when we get to the last episode. There will be a sandwich.
Let's hope. Consistency.
And if I lose, you choose.
All right. Well, the door of the floor, Chris. Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. It wasn't too heavy, but it still had like messages, but more messages that just don't affect time travel. But you know, Gordon got to do a little 21st century.
Yep.
So that was fun. Yeah, it's cool to see Laura again. I don't know what their relationship is in real life, because I know the actors like know each other, but he's married to Kelly, so it's a little awkward there. That's why she was pissed the whole time. It was really
that's
easy.
why she was mad.
Really easy for her.
Okay.
But I still don't get it. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.